trigger ranking. Basically, y'all checking in with me with the Freestyle Fanaticz podcast. Um, just about to come in here and see what's going on today with a little bit of these. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. We got Tory Lanez. We got everybody thinking Tory Lanez gonna either come home or be deported early, or either get home uh, 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 incarceration, like basically get to do his time at the house. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a lot, y'all. It's gonna be a lot going on.
Bluetooth connected. Interest rates to fund any business or investment that you want, all in the next 30 days. Chase $1,000 of free capital for your businesses and this whole time. And he used this poor little girl. He used this poor little girl to get his rocks off because he was a bitch ass nigga who think, yo, if you want to suck a cock and taste semen and rub it on your nipples, leave the young girl out of it. Just go suck a cock. This is why I can't respect these things from the 90s. And have semen on his body. But instead of just soliciting himself, he tried to use this girl. Come on, the picture is there. I see why this shit is up here.
So yeah, that came out in court yesterday, bro. Some sick information about the diddler. Basically, they saying that diddler likes to have we'll say what's that? The sperm bank on his chest. That's all we're gonna say. We're gonna leave it there.
Did you get that? Nah, this is crazy. I thought Diddy was gonna beat this in 5, hopefully beat this shit in 7 for y'all niggas, because right now, this is like last night's game with the Celtics and the Knicks. I thought, okay, Knicks, y'all cooked. They about to tie this up 2-2. I look up, it's 3-1 Knicks. Celtics is cooked. I thought Diddy in 5 was going good. Hell nah, nigga. Diddy better try to beat this shit in 7. We're finding out it's True Nation now. Diddy gay as a motherfucker. How did you feel as an object being heavily objectified by men? I told y'all, when I read that part, it didn't sound right. Wait, you're having random men fuck your girl that you love, that you might want to start a family with on her period?
But what we're saying is, what I said earlier was, bro, like that's probably why after she left Diddy, I think she's on her 3rd child right now, and I ain't gonna say it's because of the money. I mean, but when you got money, you can do more things as far as like take care of children and things of that nature. But this one thing I will say, bro. Um, um, when she was with Diddy, man, it's crazy because when she was with Diddy, she never got pregnant. And from some of the things that came out of court, she had to do all these different acts while she had UTIs on her monthly cycle and other things. And I think all of them
She's laying down on the ground, spread out with her mouth open, and y'all are taking turns peeing in her mouth?
Wow.
You're checking the niggas? Like, you're questioning, like, yo, bro, you sure you nutted, bro? Now we realize why he's questioning if the nigga nutted. Because he's like, where's the nut at? I can't rub it on me. He probably brought Cassie in the room and said, all right, Cassie, put that nut all on me. Rub it on my nipples, girl. Come on, just lather me up in semen. And she said, baby, I don't got no male nut in me. I just got pussy juice. I don't want no fucking pussy juice. Go get the nigga.
That's
We
crazy.
need nut. Now this nigga's gay. Diddy's gay. We finally got proof. It's over. We finally got proof. Diddy gay. Diddy's gay.
Hit the like button,
I'm
y'all.
saying all this, I'm just making just.
Yeah, I'm smoking bud. That's all I smoke, man. I don't smoke no more black
do
stars and all that.
Intercontinental.
What up,
Remember,
Anthony?
This is what I was gonna pull up.
What's up, Truth?
I want to move this page up. Sorry. Here we go. Cassie interview day after. So remember, we just kind of played it low key. Her day after the beating. This was the day after the hotel.
This is crazy, dog.
So
that is actually interesting too.
Interesting. So essentially, she's saying they asked, "Have you ever left before a free call was over?" So she's saying that was a free call happened. She said, "Yes, I left it. It was at the Century City Intercontinental Hotel, the place where the assault happened." She said, "I finally had a premiere."
If y'all can hear it pretty good, hit on one.
Sean hit.
It's kind of late, so that's why I don't
She said,
have it
"At
up
what
that
point
loud,
did Sean
y'all.
hit you?" She said, "Between sessions." So Diddy was waiting in between sessions, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Yeah, after seeing these videos now, like they hit different now. Like these videos hit way different now. Like after all this stuff coming out in court, the way he was talking to Meek Mill, courtside, not courtside, poolside, like all of this it hit different, bro. Like Diddy is a monster. Like dead ass, bro. Right, he's a what they call that? A violent homosexual, bro.
50.
50.
So down here, look, not feeling good today. Well, look at the bright side. You could be Diddy. Yo, 58. No fucking way. Bro, I'm shocked and appalled. Diddy was in the next room looking like this. Yo, Cassie keep rubbing it in. Diddy was trying to get pregnant from the male escorts. Rub the semen on me. That's crazy.
Damn. That's horrible.
You know why that's also especially nasty for any man? Because we all, you know, well, you're grown. We all jerk off. Semen is like the stickiest, nastiest shit, low-key, bro. Like, nobody's playing with semen. This ain't Play-Doh, nigga. Like, yo, you don't want that shit even touch your hands. Like, what the fuck? What the hell did he got going on, man?
Sad, bro.
Like, you don't even want that shit to really touch your skin. What?
Diddy put himself in a bad position, bro. All Diddy had to do was play that girl. Nobody would have never knew what he was up to, bro. Not a whole world know what you got going on. Daughters, kids, mama. The world. We all know what you did now, bro. And if it ever was a saying from back in the day when they say what's done in the dark will come to light, that's definitely what's going on right here, y'all. What's done in the dark is coming to light right now.
So let's, now rub it in. Go ahead, girl, rub it in. Got Cassie using the semen like lubriderm. Now this is crazy. What?
Hold on, y'all. I gotta cut this.
Oh, they ended on one kind. Nah, this is crazy, Chad. So everyone's supposedly leaving court. It's gonna take a while. Shout out with Myron Gaines. He's in the field with it. I watched him like give some valuable details about day one. I don't know Yeah, I saw. He
You're
actually.
Tired.
Am I? Okay.
Gotta get a little better camera, but like he was rocking out there. By the way, I fuck with mine. I know some of y'all don't like him for whatever reasons. I think when it comes to shit like this, I think he's good. Okay, I'm not here with him for the fucking KKK Jewish stuff. That's not me. But I think he's good at this because he has a background in law. He knows a lot. I did offer him my studio if he needs to do anything. So this was him yesterday talking about whatever. So he's gonna give some details here. Just like bear with me, because I think he's outside the court. Here we go.
This strip date for the bachelor party. He shows up and no one's there. It's just Cassie. He's like, what the hell?
Oh, here we go.
She's like, hey, is it okay? I'll pay you extra. He's like, okay, no problem.
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. Watching some of these things give us more details. So apparently the guy who, remember, he was a stripper, then he started fucking cat.
He asked for a stripper for a party. The dude shows up, the one that's supposed to be working, and this man comes to basically an empty room, ain't number him and Cassie.
See, he shows up one time and Diddy's not there. Listen.
He gets called because no one else was available. He goes for a bachelorette party. Basically, what ended up happening was Cassie called him for a bachelorette party. Nobody was available. He was a member of like this whole bachelor party strip club thing. He shows up. He basically gets called because no one else was available. He goes to do this thing for the bachelor party. He shows up and no one's there. It's just Cassie. He's like, what the hell? She's like, it's okay. I'll pay you extra. He's like, okay, no problem. So,
So,
he goes inside.
just to check, escort is a male prostitute, right?
Yes, but this guy was a stripper. He
Okay.
wasn't asked for it yet.
He wasn't a pro.
Well, escort isn't really necessarily a prostitute. It's like this alternate thing, but it's pretty much this. Hey, somebody says, hold on. Let me see. We got talking about it. Hold on, keep playing.
He
Prostitute.
wasn't a prostitute yet.
Okay.
So he shows up, right, and Cassie's there by herself, or so he thinks. Right? So she opens the door, he goes in, and they rub baby oil on each other, right? He didn't know who she was.
Bro, what's up with all that baby oil shit? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's up with the baby oil? I think they were putting something in that damn baby oil. They had to, bro, because it ain't that much. I mean, bro, I know you freaky and all, but god damn, shit. It's like every other day they talking about some goddamn baby oil, and I'm trying to figure out what's the significance of the baby oil. Can anybody explain this shit to me? Like, what's the significance of it? But they did say that it could be laced with something too. Now they said it probably had GHB.
He was wearing red lingerie, red heels, and sunglasses indoors. And when he went to this hotel to meet her, it was the Gramercy Park Hotel in Manhattan, I think is what he said. Gramercy.
Oh, I know where.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Her husband, she said, hey, my husband is here. He's not gay, he's just gonna be watching.
Alright, yo, shouts my boy Jay Will in the building.
So basically, after he gets there, Cassie tells him, "Oh, my husband here, he just want to watch us. Oh, he ain't gay. He just want to watch us." Bro, that right there alone, right there, dog. Like, bro. I don't see nobody do nothing to my gal, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Like, if that's what y'all like, that's what y'all like. But I'm not on that type of timing. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see no another man shit. No way. Like, I like watching porn with the female by themselves, dog. I don't want to see no nigga.
Thank you for the 10. He says, Act, would you get back with, or he said chat, actually. Chat, would you get back with an ex? We broke up a year ago, mainly because she was too busy. I've had a girl since, but I can't forget her. And now she's texting me, acting real friendly. Why did you break up with her? I mean, I guess it depends why you broke up with her. And also, what's your intention with her? Like, if maybe she had some fire sex and you just wanted to keep fucking her, okay, I guess. That's not necessarily to get back with her, but if you want to get back in a relationship with her, it would probably depend on why y'all broke up, right? And probably what's happened in your life since, okay?
Okay. And he wouldn't touch her, right? Because obviously he doesn't know who Cassie is at this point, right? This is 2012, 2013-ish. He doesn't know who she is. And then he goes into the room and he sees someone there wearing a white robe, a bandana over his face, and a hat. he's like, he didn't
That's
know who the
Diddy.
person was. It wasn't until he heard the person speak that it was like, oh, that's fucking Diddy.
That's Diddy, bro.
Okay.
Come
Why
on,
bro
bro.
with bandana over his face?
He don't want the strip to go like everywhere. He walks into a room, sees the guy's, he's wearing a bandana, hat, white robe, referred to him, and Cassie referred to him as baby. At this point, he doesn't know who he is yet.
So Cassie's not calling Diddy, at least when the escort pulls in. He ain't calling him Pop. He's calling him baby. You know what I'm saying? By the way, non-breaking thing for the tennis says act was, here we go. Act was Diddy chasing Cassie in that hotel with nut crust on his, oh my God. They said, was Diddy chasing Cassie with nut crust on his nipples? Ah! Bro, there's so much bad imagery, bro.
Damn. This is horrible.
Oh, man. Yo, everything is different right now, chat. Everything is different.
And damn sure do. That shit here way different, my nigga. That shit here. Look how Diddy looking.
Remember that story about the wild party that Meek had with Diddy? And they said they found all type of things there. I remember saying, oh, that sounds bad. Now I'm like, yo, like Jameson React says, yo, Act, you need an expert to break this down. You need Sneeko, because he's been to swinger parties. Chat. Okay, I know Diddy's trying to say he was a swinger. I think Diddy's gay. I don't think he's a swinger. I think he's homosexual. He comes from an era that just isn't brave. They're pussy. They're scared to tell people because of their reputation and their whole image. So many people, like all the people who grew up on them that are in their 40s, they don't know them as gay. So for them to admit they're gay is like the hardest thing. These days, if it's like a young artist, they just say they're gay. So I know we're here to swinger thing. I'm really just thinking Diddy's gay, bro. He's fucking gay. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm remembering this. French Montana picture with Diddy.
Wow.
Y'all remember this picture right here? This picture never really. This picture was. Oh. The way Diddy was shirtless and was trying to angle his butt cheek towards French.
Wow. Mm-mm. Hey, it's getting crazy, y'all.
There's not enough Coco Loso in the world of Ciroc that could make a nigga stick the booty out like that. Bruh, he was sticking the booty out. It was sticking it out. It was sticking it out in there. Sticking it out. And shit was nestled in his groin.
That nigga said nestled, bro. You stupid.
But I think they were trying to.
That boy said that shit was nestled in his
all this time. Fabulous, we got an emergency message from him, okay?
Oh, shit.
Fabulous, what was he? Fabulous. Fabulous, you might want that semen on his fucking stomach from you. Fabulous, we need a statement. We need a statement, Fabulous.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
no.
I like that.
I'll be practicing.
Nor you too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
The worst part about this is like, Fabulous got that face that says, Yo, every time this nigga get drunk, he get extra gay. Like, he got that face like, man, he doing it again. Like, this ain't his first rodeo. Like, you know how Diddy get. It's like, oh, man, he doing it again. Jada is on some shit like, Jada, like, somebody else was like, yo, who gonna tell Jada? Jada's like, yo, look at this Jada. He's like, nigga look like a Ninja Turtle. Like, Jada, I love you. Don't clown me. I love you, brother. I know you're a fat kind of. Yo, Jada, like, what the fuck? Yeah, you can tell. Yo, he got that fed up woman look right here. Like, man, come on, bro. Did I tell you about doing this in public, bro? Dog, no steaming for you, did he?
Crazy.
Ain't gonna rub my shit on your nipple tonight.
Crazy shit. Crazy.
I'm not gonna go with that one. That one.
Just blow it out. Pause.
Every day's a birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
You trying to blow something else out. Come on, Nori, you too drunk. You don't get it. Look, Fab the whole time is like, gotta start scaring nigga up again, bro.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real.
This nigga said, did you miss me though? If a nigga asks me did I miss him like that, I'm gonna be upset, bro. Cause I'm gonna be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Birthday every day.
Fuck you talking about,
Birthday on
bro?
Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real.
This nigga said, did you miss me?
It seems like a thing.
This nigga Diddy, bro, the whole time this man was like this, bro. We didn't even see this shit. We didn't even see it, bro. It was right there in front of our eyes, my nigga. We just ain't see this shit, bro. Start saying it like after that. This nigga shit he was dropping, dog.
When y'all was going in the same outfit, bro. If he said, nah, Meek, you look a little ashy, Meek. Meek, my chest a little ashy. I need something to lather me up before I put this on, because I'm trying to show some chest meat. Yo, Meek, you know what I need, right? What you need, Diddy? I'm gonna need some of that semen that I can lather my chest up with. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is crazy.
It's his birthday party.
Man,
Man, it's about talking about for your birthday.
huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday?
Got to be more careful.
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
And we ain't never really partied.
Bumbo clot.
I'm talking about Ras Clot, brethren. I'm talking about Ras Clot. The man Bati man.
This shit is different now. What?
The man Fosse.
Yo, chat.
The man Fosse, brethren. Bomba.
I ain't gonna lie, this whole time I thought this was a good old joke. Even when they started mentioning Meek, I'm like,
This
that's a
shit
good joke.
crazy, dog.
Now I'm looking at everybody, I'm like, y'all got 24 hours to actually say something. If none of y'all niggas say nothing, I know what it is. Hey, put it like this. If y'all knew my main man that I went on 2 mans and everything with, he likes to get semen rubbed on his fucking stomach. If I don't say nothing in 24 hours, you could damn well assume I was with it too. All of y'all niggas, Ja Rule, me, Fab, all of y'all. If we gotta get a statement to say, yo, bro, what the hell, what is going on? If nobody says nothing, I see what's going on.
Did you miss me though? For real, because it seems like a thing.
Chat, let me ask y'all a question. You and your mans that was supposedly partying, bagging bitches, y'all doing y'all thing. If he get exposed to fucking transsexuals, are you gonna stay quiet or are you gonna be like, yo, just to let y'all know, I don't know what the fuck that nigga got going on. That ain't me. That ain't me, gang. I don't do that type of shit.
That's what happened with Jimmy Stacks. Jimmy Stacks did that shit. He was blowing up on OnlyFans. He was doing good on OnlyFans, and then he just went all the way left, bro. We was like, bro, what you got going on? I forgot the little dude from Florida, little brown skin short dude. Damn, what his name is. But they were real cool. Oh, Smooth. Yeah, Big Smooth. I think his name Big Smooth. I know his name Smooth though, but he was fucking with Jimmy Stacks. And after Jimmy did that shit, bro, yeah, we might need to react to that shit tonight. Yeah, hell yeah. Cause I ain't heard from Big Homie CC in a minute. Let me see.
Meek Mill, Fabulous, friends I fuck
But this
with.
shit right here kind of good though.
What do
This
you
one right here
think?
kind of good and shit.
We just need some things from the game. We gotta see what's going on. What's y'all niggas been up to, bro? Cause we didn't. Nigga, I've never heard a definitive state. I told you, I always hear these rumors, but I'm like, they always talking about another man. They're like, oh yeah, did he try to fuck him? It was some actor nigga. I'm like, well, did he try to fuck him? I said, did he lock the door? And was just licking his lips, and the nigga had to get aggressive with it. Like, what? What you talking about? What's going on up there? They acting like,
You might have to fight your way up out that motherfucker, goddamn. You had to beat a nigga ass to get up out the road. That's fucked
we
up.
from the horse's mouth.
That's crazy.
I used to swoop the cum out of my pussy and polish it on Diddy's nipples. He get. So we need to know what type of party these niggas was having with Diddy. I'm sorry. I think that's fair.
Today's a birthday on Drink Champs, goddamn.
What kind of party was this? Can y'all hear it? If you can hear, hit one. Whoever in here, I don't care if it's one person. Hit the one if you can hear this shit.
Birthday party, man.
Man, bounce on up for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas said we ain't never really party. What kind of party are they talking about, my nigga? Like right now, nigga, we uncharted territories, my G. What kind of party are y'all talking about in here?
Tyrese.
I don't know about Tyrese.
Yes, yo, bless. Thank you for the $10. I agree with you too. Ross, I love you too, bro. You know I love you. Pause. I gotta say pause. But we need a statement from you too. That nigga, that crazy nigga who shot up the Trump spot, he said you gay too.
Damn.
Khaled, I know you don't talk about Palestine, and I know Drake curved you like a side.
Damn, just put this out 2 hours ago. I don't know. Rick Ross might respond to this.
All y'all niggas in
Hold on. Yeah, so I can play that for y'all on here. The actual matter of fact, let's do this. I'll play the actual audio of what academics is actually talking about. Hold on, y'all. This is the audio right here. Okay, this the audio, y'all. Check it out. I can't cut up now, but fuck that. We'll go. I did play a little piece of it. I definitely want to get back into this one though. Cause he talking some wild shit in this one right here, y'all.
Diddy done implicated all of y'all in Batiman activities.
Batiman. I'm talking about
Batiman, and he was partying with y'all, and we're hearing other people saying y'all were getting.
I'm talking about the Fasiman. Fasiman.
If y'all want to be doing what y'all doing, like again, you don't gotta tell us we're enforcing y'all in the closet or nothing, no crazy shit. But I know. I would have made a PSA, nigga, it would have been signed with all of my monikers, DJ Academics, Little Act, Big Act, Lemonster George Allen, motherfucking Judah, that's what my mom called. I would have had 15 signatures. I am not. So if y'all niggas stay quiet, I know y'all academics, Little Act, Big Act, Livingston George Allen, motherfucking Judah, that's what my mom called. I would have had 15 signatures. I am not. So if y'all niggas stay quiet, I know y'all been quiet. We ain't saying the nigga guilty. I think he's not guilty. Even though this kind of like threw a monkey wrench into it. But if y'all niggas stay quiet on this.
Jay and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm the type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying?
What type of variety, Chad?
Yeah, what kind of variety that
You know, I'm the type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities.
Right, this man just made himself look.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know,
Chat, y'all right. Fruits.
I'm trying to stop these guys.
That sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
What is this nigga on, bro? What a nigga on?
So Tyrese.
This a revelation how to get a nigga gone
And Tyrese keep on talking
and watch the party die. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
about like how you gotta get back from church. And we just like, yo,
Shout
the
out
night ain't
K-Dot.
start. You gotta get back from church. Me and motherfucking Vegas, nigga. Like, you going to church next week. You know what I'm saying?
Like that man, like he said, man, he basically was like F church. He basically like running back. We'll listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. He said they was out there, I guess they're out there in Vegas. He like, oh, we about to do the thing. I'm like, what is the thing? Then he busts out and say, Tyrese keeps saying he want to go to church. He like, man, nah, man, just, you go to church next weekend. Just send your little money in and then go to church next, man. Wait, I don't know what these niggas got going on.
Like, how you gotta get back from church. And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You gotta get
Come
back.
on, bro, listen, bro.
That sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
What is this nigga on? What is this nigga really on?
So Tyrese kept on talking.
Tyrese, you too.
And Tyrese keep on talking about like how you gotta get back from church. And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You gotta get back from church. Me and motherfucking Vegas, nigga. Like, you go to church next week. You know what I'm saying? Sending your thing. You know what I'm saying? Number one.
Well, technically, Tyrese ain't had to leave because they say, what your boy name is? TD Jakes was there, so the pastor was already there. Tyrese ain't had to leave. Tyrese ain't had to leave. The pastor was right there. He was right there with them. So shit, hey, everybody in this shit. Fuck you talking about? Everybody in this shit. Fuck y'all talking about, my G.
Yo, don't feel bad for that nigga Fab.
I feel bad for Fab too, because he's like that man
It's
just.
like you trying to get out of it. No,
He
nigga.
like,
Nah, nigga. We about to put Baltimore ass later on. What you mean we partied? Well, we partied already. What you mean we
bruh, I ain't like the way he kind of tried to play Fab with that. Like, I honestly, I don't know what these people be doing behind closed doors. That shit really ain't none of my business. But what I'm saying is, just from the outside looking in, and I could be wrong, but I feel like Fab is a thorough nigga, bro. But
partied already, nigga. We finna party again.
Ray J. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J.
Ray J, you need to make a statement too.
Ray J, god damn.
Right now.
This man done brought everybody in here. And we see what the man on, bro. Damn. This shit fucking the game up, dog. This shit really messing the whole rap. Like everything, bro. Like the people we looked up to, my G, like the ones we thought was the realest, my nigga. It ain't is what it is no more.
Ray J, after partying with Diddy, you got booty goons, something don't sound right. I'm sorry, I'll fuck with you, but we need to hear what's going on. This shit don't sound right. It sound like a whole lot of decibels.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, now everything is making sense. Niggas was squabbling over the cereal? Oh, no. Diddy fighting over cereal. Nah, bro, fighting over the Frosted Flakes is crazy.
We want to thank the committee. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed.
And I think if you look like this video right here, bro, probably tomorrow I'll be downloading some shit so we can watch some shit on here, y'all. But on this video, I think this nigga actually had a dildo on the bed. And I remember one time Jadakiss was on a podcast. And Jadakiss basically was like, he went Now, y'all got to think about what not Cam, what DJ Academics just said about Mace. He said he was messing with the Autobots. It was an old interview. Y'all can go look this interview up where Jadakiss talks about he went to go see Mace. This is like way back in the day. And he said he went in the bathroom and there was a dildo on the counter. This facts, bro. This is a real video. You can go look at it. Jadakiss said this himself, dog. Like, so y'all check this out, man.
Before you get fucked, nigga.
Yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, you did it.
I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting the bet. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off the goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know
I believe all these guys are like that, bro. I believe a lot of these people like that. And we just liking the music and all that shit so much, we kind of look past it. We didn't see it.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's playing
Like, look.
Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes.
Look what he said. He said Puff just said we used to wake up. So basically, y'all, I don't know what's.
And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking
He said we
stupid.
streaming live. Streaming live. That's how you get caught, streaming live, my nigga.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I said. I want to pick it up from right there. This guy gotta pick it up from right there.
Nah, I knew
He
what
says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, yo, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What are you talking about? And when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. Like, when you see Jadakiss put his head down, like, while we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling, everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. Fluffy do some little fluffy stuff.
Now you guys-
Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the way. Let me get out. No, that's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping. Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes.
What? I'm a nice guy. I don't have no beef with Fib. He loves me.
You can't see that he loves me.
You really hope.
Yo, chat, brother love means something different now, man. Nigga call himself brother love, you got another. Now you gonna rub on his nipple. This is crazy, brother love. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Dang. This crazy, dog. This is past diabolical. This horrible right here, dog. This ain't looking good for Diddy, bro. Ain't looking good for the diddler. Hey, man, y'all see the live been straight, bro. It's during the day, bro. The live be lagging. It be lagging real bad. Like, real bad, man. Real bad. Let me see. Hold on, bitch.
If my kids had to find out I was gay at a motherfucking trial, I'm done. Yo, you know his kids is like, what? Daddy did what? Nah, ain't no fucking way Daddy was rubbing random niggas semen on his nipples.
Damn. Crazy. Crazy shit, crazy.
Pause on what I just.
Mace, you really do know a lot about Puffy.
Oh, a lot. Bro, they used to live together. You understand? Remember Cameron said he went in there and there was this big dildo and Mace was saying,
Mace, you...
All right, I think Myron's.
So nah, I think he had the story mixed up. That was Jadakiss said that shit.
Myron's on the thing.
If I'm not mistaken, all that's alleged. So we're gonna clear all that up right now. All that's alleged. But I think that was Jadakiss said that shit. Jadakiss was like, yo, bro, why the fuck what that's about on your counter, dog? So if he's saying that somebody else said it and it's two different people saying it, Mace, what you got going on?
Let me see. Okay, here we go.
And talked about meeting with Cassie. Now, I will be honest with you guys. The lawyer that cross-examined this prostitute wasn't the strongest guy. He was kind of, asking a bunch of questions, constantly getting hit with objections. And the lawyer and even the judge was like, "Hey, this question is what are you going here?" So this lawyer was not as good as Brian Steele. This on Diddy's team. It was a black bald dude. So he didn't really go too hard when he did the cross-examination. So the prosecution.
All right, chat. Hold on, I get a little update for y'all, little drama queens. Y'all drama queens. Y'all drama queens. Y'all drama queens. Oh, Mace hit me. Mace hit me yesterday. I didn't even see.
So look, I don't know if this is when DJ Academics first said this, or if it was the response to what he said. But this might be what he was talking about, Mace dealing with Autobots.
I'm gonna read exactly what his message is. You know, I like to keep it open. May says, neither you, I, nor Cam, or anyone else keeps up with what people who work for us do outside their job. So that's her own personal view. Okay? She had the right to speak as a woman. So they talking about Shorty, the Treasure Wilson.
I'm talking about Treasure.
And to receive her own consequences alone for her actions. Next time I ask you, give me a call if you gonna hold me accountable. All right, so I never seen this. So I never seen this.
I think this after he said something about the Autobot stuff, bro.
I'll tell you what I'm typing. I'm typing this into. I'm gonna read both messages. I bet. I'm gonna read this May's message. May said to me, neither you, I, nor Cam, or anyone else keeps up with what other people do outside of work. Neither you, I, nor Cam, or anyone that works. Wait, Jesus Christ, am I drunk? Neither you, I, nor Cam, or anyone else keeps up with what the people who work for us do outside their job. So that's her personal.
That's not correct either. I don't think I really like me as a company. I don't feel like if somebody is under me and they're under the umbrella of my company, they could just do whatever they want to do under the guise of whatever. Like, I don't feel like that's, I don't feel like that's what it's supposed to be, Hey, what's up?
View. Okay? And by the way, I agree. That's her personal view. But that's why I didn't violate her. I didn't want to, I could just be like, yeah, I'm going to just violate you. But I told her, I said, oh, I like Cam and Mason. I know it's going to spill over there. I don't want to do that, Shorty. That's what I said. He said, so she had the right to speak as a woman and to receive her own consequences. I agree. Which I'm telling you, I don't respond nicely to nobody. My favorite thing in the world is when people overstep, I call them out of their names and I go on 100. I didn't do it with Treasure Wilson because of Cam and Mace. And maybe I shouldn't have brought them up either, but just to be clear. I said, I'm not going to go crazy on you because of Cam and Mace. So, because what Mace seemingly is telling me is she had the right to say what she wanted, but she going to receive her own consequences. So this whole thing where I look on the Instagram and I'm seeing it is what it is saying, yo, act was cracking. You better chill the fuck out or we late. I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on. Calm down. Let's just calm it down real quick. Anyway, it said next time I'd ask that you give me a call if you're gonna hold me accountable. So Mace is saying he's not accountable. And Mace,
no.
I apologize for that, my brother.
I don't know what you got going on, bro, but I don't know that's a woman, a man, whatever. I don't know what that is, but hey, y'all gotta get up out of here.
I've said this publicly. I love
flag on the play. Flag on the play. Last comment, I wish Granny was in here. Granny would have got you up out of here, bro. That's that right there. Nah, bro. We don't do that. We gonna have to get you up out of here, though, bro. We gotta get you up out of here, big dog. You gotta go to 24-hour timeout. Yeah, we had to time somebody out, y'all. Like
Cameron, I love Mace. Me and you, we've had personal conversations. I've seen you hit me up at times when you saw these other bitch ass media niggas trying to link up or get at me, and you're like, man, I'm glad how you defended yourself. And I respected that. So I was just like, okay, I appreciate you knowing my resiliency. Y'all talked about me nice, I've talked about y'all nice. When I seen this whole like, oh, this is your last warning, I'm like, whoa, like I couldn't tell what that was. So I had to respond. But, you know, I think it probably goes both ways. Just like how he's saying, I would appreciate if you hit me up.
That nigga Mace, the way he came at that boy, like, bruh, you can't come at me and talk about I'm messing with some dudes and all this, and I'm gonna come with a text message like that after that, bro. I'm gonna be like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Bro, you need to straighten that shit. You need to let these folks know you lying, or we gotta catch a fate. I don't know what your boy, we gotta get down. We got to get down, dog. The fuck? We got to get down.
I would appreciate before like an official page for y'all podcast get at me that y'all would as well just be like, yo, make sure the hosts are on board, because here's the thing. Cam and Mace hold weight in this world. I could have said some crazy shit to her, but if we then get to, okay, now I gotta go at Cam and Mace, I gotta go with Cam and Mace. So it was insinuated that Cam and Mace, because they're the show, or they're the other two people on the show with her, that they was gonna trying to flame it up. I bet. Let me see. I'm reading this. I don't know why did I see this yesterday? He says, until then, remember what people say about you don't mean that's who you are. It means that's how they think you are. Lies and slander don't work on truly blessed people. You're blessed too. Mace, I love you.
Yeah, that man, hold on. That man said, Mace, I love you. This man don't love Mace, bro. If I love somebody, I'm not gonna put no allegations on them like that. And even if I know that they got allegations like that, I wouldn't say it after I have a run-in with somebody else. Like, we're not doing that, bro. So, yeah. That's basically, that ain't what it is. That ain't what it's supposed to be, dog. Like, if I love you, I ain't gonna try you. It ain't your worst thing that they say about you. If I really love you, I'm not gonna fuck with. I'm not gonna put that out in the public like
Mace,
that.
I sent
I'm
you
not
my number
fucking with
too,
you like that.
Like you could have texted me that too. I don't know why. I just seen this today. It says. Oh, I gotta read what I said because I like to keep it all the way transparent. Right? Why does it only popped up now? He said this yesterday. It says yesterday at 2:50 a.m. So it's like close to 3 a.m. Let me tell you what I just said. 5:41. By the way, this is all, I'm not capping. Mace, Okay. I said, I just saw this. Peace and love. Yeah, the internet was going crazy with it. I love you and Cam, and couldn't believe they was putting me to respond to y'all. The Breakfast Club girl called me a liar, I wanted to defend myself, but of course, I'm not the most liked. So they wanted you guys to go at me. I'm gonna keep typing. Because of Treasure, I had no problem with Shorty. I had no issue with her, and tried to dismiss it. I thought the brand account or podcast account was both you and Cameron stance on the entire issue, not maybe some employees who worked for you guys defended her, which I understand. Okay. My number is above. Text me. We can always talk. Cool. Transparent. Y'all know me. I'm the most transparent nigga out here, bro. Y'all clown.
See, Act be trying to like act kind of know how to like talk to these folks to make it to where it's like he means something else, but bro, he means what he means, bro. Like, you gonna call this man out talking about he messing with men with dresses on, bro? Like, that's not cool, dog. That's not cool at all. That ain't cool, bro. Like, you don't do that, bro. Then he said he loved a man, but that's what he said about him. Nah, that ain't it, my G. That's not it, dog. That's not it.
For shit, and some of the shit y'all clowning for, it might be true. Whatever. But like, I'm gonna always keep it 100, alright? Shout out to Mace. W Mace. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't want to get into it with Cam and Mace anyway, and this shit was gonna hurt my heart. And I was actually waiting for a response from them. I'm like, I told you how much I looked up to Cam.
All right, y'all, we're going to another segment. Another segment.
I love Mace. Me and Mace.
We're going to another segment, bro, because, all right, we heard what he said. Hold on, uncovering Diddy video. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Oh no, I can't play that. I can't play that. I hope they might strike the damn video behind this shit, but yeah, we can't play that. Let's see.
The rapper Jay-Z has been accused in a civil lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old alongside Sean Diddy Combs at a party in the year 2000.
This is the news that we brought you earlier in the week in our special
It's industry secrets, y'all. Industry secrets.
episode that US rapper Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, has been mentioned in a US civil suit that alleges that he, alongside Sean Diddy Combs, drugged and a 13-year-old girl after the VMAs in 2000.
I think it was last March 2024 when the feds and finally, they arrested me in late 2024 and
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the room.
Nah, that's true. I seen that shit. I seen all them was on stage. It was 50, Jay-Z, and Diddy came on stage and slapped Jay-Z on his behind. This is like, y'all can go find the video. This is real talk, bro. Like, in front of the whole world. Like, I ain't letting no man just come and just slap me on my ass, bro. Like, I don't give a damn who the fuck you is.
That can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z.
Diddy's federal trial just took another wild turn, and now Jay-Z's name is being pulled back into the mix. That's right, the same Jay-Z who's been trying to keep a clean distance from all the mess. But now, it looks like a judge might want him to speak on it, and Diddy is not taking it well. Let's start with the basics. On May 5th, the official jury selection process began in what's being called one of the most explosive celebrity trials in recent memory. Sean Diddy Combs is facing serious federal charges. We're talking about allegations of trafficking, conspiracy, and organized criminal activity under federal racketeering laws. And the list of people involved? It's massive. Judge Aaron Supermanian even joked about it in court, saying the list of witnesses and locations reads like something out of Lord of the Rings. That's how tangled this web really is. This isn't just a celebrity scandal. This is a federal case involving Homeland Security, multiple rapes, and a long trail of alleged victims. And the fact that it's getting this kind of legal attention behind the scenes than the public knows.
But one thing is, you volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And the only reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head, there was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing,
Jaguar Wright said it. She said Jaguar Wright said it, bro. She said Kim Porter, Heavy D, Andre Harrell, we'll just go right there. Those were some of the closest to him. They ain't here no more. Kim Porter, Heavy D, Andre Harrell, they were the closest people to him. And now one of them here with him. And I'll be sure he raised his son. You know what I'm saying? So basically they shared a child together. And he almost got taken up out of here.
Tell the truth. I mean, it is what it is. I went through many, many years of scrutiny and being dragged face first on the concrete, being called delusional and things of that nature. When I said and all the things that I said, because my job was not, listen, I don't want to take down your business if that's what you're doing. Just stay out of my backyard. Stay out of what I'm doing.
What's also important here is that this case didn't just pop up overnight. For years, there have been rumors, lawsuits, and closed-door conversations about Diddy's behavior and the kind of environment he created, especially at his infamous parties. But everything changed when a video from 2016 surfaced last year. In that footage, Diddy is seen as his ex, Cassie, in a hotel hallway. That clip sent shockwaves through the internet.
This is a very disturbing incident of physical violence. But what it is it actually matches up, almost word for word, with the complaint that was filed by Cassandra Ventura. I want to bring in right now Tracy Walder, former CIA and FBI agent, frequent contributor here on Sidebar, and also national security contributor here on News Nation. Tracy, your immediate reaction to seeing this, because it is absolutely gut-wrenching and incredibly disturbing to see, in my opinion. What do you think?
I could not agree with you more. It was shocking, quite frankly. It's not that I ever dismissed any of Miss Ventura's claims. I always have believed her and her claims. I suspect this video was probably used in terms of her bringing up that initial case. I'm also shocked, though, that there's not additional criminal charges as well. This is extremely severe, goes on for such a period of time, and she was clearly very much injured. It is just appalling.
I think
once that video went viral,
I think Cassie, she was young when she met him. She was 19 when she met Diddy. But I think what ultimately happened, she got with Diddy. She seen what he was about. She was a young girl. She still wanted to make the dude happy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, after that, after her wanting to make Diddy happy, I felt like she felt like he was taking advantage of the situation. Like it was overhauled, like, you know what I'm saying? But like you know, people got money like this and shit like this. You never know, bro. Like what they could do with their money, bro. Like, you know, so that is what it is within itself. So yeah.
Diddy's carefully crafted image came crashing down. He released a public apology on social media, saying he was disgusted with himself and that he had been in therapy. But for many people, it was too little, too late.
I mean, I hit rock bottom.
AI is transforming the future, and it needs skilled leaders to guide the way. After our
too little, too late.
I mean, I hit rock bottom. I make no excuses.
And that's one of his things in his defense in court. He's basically saying, like, you know, I was on substances the whole time. So that's what made it, like, to make it feel like, he ain't culpable because he was drugged up.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
And his lawyers can lie, but video doesn't lie. And when it was clear that he was physically violent with Cassie, he really had no choice but to apologize. On the legal side, it didn't help him. It can be used against him. From a PR perspective, though, this was the right move.
That one video triggered a wave of public outrage. But more importantly, it opened the floodgates for victims who had stayed silent for years. Since then, over 60 lawsuits have been filed, some already settled, some still active, all painting a picture of a man who had power, influence, and money to control those around him. But this isn't just about Diddy anymore. As the investigation grows, it's now pulling in people who are in his orbit. That includes longtime friends, business partners, and, yep, even Jay-Z.
We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of a 13-year-old girl that is new in the big lawsuit. And new allegations are just coming out this week. Jay-Z is being accused along with Diddy at an after party back in 2000. Obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. Which was initially filed back in October, tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, who's formerly Sean Carter, while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named.
After the news broke, Jay-Z's lawyer filed a motion on Tuesday. They've asked to deny the plaintiff's request to proceed anonymously. They've also asked for the case to be dealt with as quickly as possible because of the highly sensitive nature of the matter and because of the media interest it's generated. The filed motion from Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, also says For the avoidance of doubt, Mr. Carter is entirely innocent. This is a shakedown. He is not mentioned, referenced, or implicated in any way in the criminal investigation of Mr. Combs. He is neither a target nor a person of interest in that investigation. Cheyenne, I'll start with you. Sort of where were you and how did you react when you heard the new allegations?
I was actually coming out of a theater show, and so my phone just was filled with messages trying to work out what happened, and then Jay-Z's statement dropped, and so it was kind of all hands on deck on a Sunday night, which has been kind of the case for some of these updated filings and news breaks at night, and then the next morning it's just unfolding as things continue.
I was in the bed eating chicken wings, and they were delicious. And all of a sudden, my phone just started text messages and messages from TikTok, and so I started doing my own research, and I had grease all over my fingers, typing on the iPad, and I was just like, well, here we go, it's about to blow up.
I mean, this is kind of what people have been waiting for. When Tony Busby came out at the beginning of October and he promised to name other people.
Y'all check out Industry Secrets. That's this video.
Co-conspirators, the facilitators of foul play, he called them. Was that kind of what you were seeing online, just comments of, oh, okay, it's beginning?
I mean, since Diddy was arrested and the idea of his parties, people have been clamoring for additional names, other celebrities to now be pulled into that. And Jay-Z is one of the biggest celebrities so far pulled into it. So yeah, people were kind of waiting for a moment like this.
And if you listen to his lawyers, some of the things that they said that were pretty interesting is he's not a target, he's not a probe or things of this of criminal investigation, because if he was a target, he would have received a target letter from the federal authorities saying you can come and sit down and talk to him. So his lawyer said when I was in the federal government, there was no allegations of never talking to him. That's basically him saying, I already know nobody's looking at me.
Now here's where the Jay-Z connection comes in. A man named Joseph Manzro filed a lawsuit claiming that he was lured into one of Diddy's parties in Miami back in 2015. He said he was forced into humiliating situations in front of powerful guests, and he specifically named Beyonce and Jay-Z as being there, saying they saw everything and did nothing. Manzaro described Beyonce looking shocked, like she knew something was wrong. But Jay-Z, he claimed Jay stood there, watching, not reacting. Now, that's a bold claim, and Jay-Z's legal team immediately denied it. His lawyer, Alex Spiro, one of the most high-powered attorneys in the business, released documents proving that Jay-Z wasn't even in Miami at the time. Same with Beyonce. They were actually at the Billboard Music Awards in Las Vegas, with plenty of photo and video proof to back it up. Shortly after that, Manzaro changed the lawsuit. All mentions of the Carters were removed, almost like they were never part of the story. But the damage was already done. The public had already seen their names attached to this nightmare, and people started asking questions, like, how much do Jay and Bey know about Diddy's world?
A prosecutor has come forward and said that Jay-Z is pretty much in between a rock and a hard place. Jay-Z will be either forced to testify or he won't be subpoenaed to testify because he's being charged as a part of this RICO case with Diddy. So this is going to be an interesting situation to see how this plays out. I have a bunch of different pieces of information on this. I want to get into what Nicki Minaj has been saying too. She just actually, if you don't know, we can kind of break this news live. Nicki Minaj has just come out, put out some more statements about Jay-Z and Diddy. So we got to talk about that. You know, what she had to say about the situation. I'm going to pull up Diddy's indictment, the entire document, the 14-page indictment. And we're going to talk about this crazy situation, man. We're going to see how this plays out for Jay.
Not just to go back to school,
I ain't
but
got,
to come back and move forward.
Premium, y'all, my bad.
Crazy situation, man. Crazy situation. We're going to see how this plays out for Jay. If you guys remember, earlier this summer, 50 had just been going crazy, posting content and memes and different things about Diddy, making fun of him. He actually just sold his documentary. I think he just sold his Diddy documentary to Netflix. They say he's been working on it for 10 years. So I want to talk about the situation with 50 and what he was saying prior to about Jay-Z being involved with the Diddy situation. This is the article about Diddy situation. It says P. Diddy's rich and powerful friends such as Jay-Z could be forced to testify. That's what experts claim. That's the headline. And then they just kind of go into a synopsis and a summary of everything that Diddy has been charged with, what's going on with him, why it's going on with him. And, you know, I don't feel the need to reiterate all that. We already know what that is. I don't think we need to go back into the details of that yet. We're going to pull up his indictment, the 14-page indictment anyway. So this is what a prosecutor said. The article says, the former prosecutor, Niyama Ramani, explained to the U.S. Sun how those in Diddy's circle could be affected by any trial on the horizon. This is the quote that the prosecutor gave. Jay-Z and other celebrities can be subpoenaed, but they will almost certainly assert their Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and refuse to testify. Now, this prosecutor is saying that Jay-Z and, you know, they named Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Leonardo DiCaprio, Pharrell, Snoop Dogg. They named these people in the article. She said that he could, or that if they're subpoenaed, they're probably gonna, you know, plead the fifth in order to avoid self-incrimination. Now, why that's important? Because if you didn't do anything wrong, why would you feel the need to worry about being incriminated? If you had nothing to do with nothing, if you legit, now there is a point.
If you legit, why you gotta worry about something happening? That's on you.
Or there's a part of this where people don't want to testify against Diddy because of the business relationship that they've had with him. But in my opinion, you know, I think pleading the fifth publicly is going to look just as bad as anything else.
Even though they were taken out of the lawsuit, there's now growing speculation that Jay-Z could be called to testify as a witness. Let's be clear, he's not being accused of any crime. But as someone who was close to Diddy during the years these parties were happening, prosecutors may want to know what he saw, what he heard.
If they call Diddy in there, boy, it's gonna get ugly. I mean, if they call not Diddy, if they call Jay-Z in there, this shit gonna get nuclear.
Diddy and Jay-Z were tight, business partners, party regulars. They collaborated on music, appeared at each other's events, and were photographed together constantly. If anyone had insight into Diddy's lifestyle or behind-the-scenes behavior, it's Jay. Some legal experts are now saying Jay-Z's name is on a list of potential witnesses that the court may contact. And for someone like Jay-Z, who's always protected his brand and stayed out of messy drama, this is a nightmare scenario.
Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it, but I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, ain't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, I just see the white girl doing. He was like, yo, I just see the white girl doing. So, I guess that's a certain type of culture.
I didn't know anything about that, man. I didn't know about, you know, Big touching his.
Shout out Art of Dialogue.
I see the video. I didn't hear about that.
Come on, man. Everybody's seen that. 50 even pointed it out. Excuse me. When they was in ATL on stage. Remember when 50 bum rushed the stage with them?
Yeah, I think I recall that.
When Puff came on stage, the first thing he did was pat Jay-Z on that.
Hold on, where?
But I forgot.
Hold on, where it was at?
I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
I didn't know anything about that, man. I didn't know about.
Hold on. Where was they at? Hold on.
I didn't hear about that.
Come on, man. Everybody's seen that. 50 even pointed it out. excuse me, when they was in ATL on stage.
ATL.
You bum rushed the stage with them? Yeah, I think I recall that.
That's why I love ATL, bro.
When Puff came on stage, the first thing he did was pat Jay-Z on that. But I forgot. That's your favorite rapper.
Hey, him and Pac is 1A, 1B. But what's your issue with Jay, man? I didn't know you had an issue with him.
I'm never a fan of somebody that I was gonna knock out. And then we was at the, it was me, him, Ashley Kushner, Puff and them. We was all at the Nets game together, and he didn't even remember none of it. I don't expect him to remember, but I remember. You understand? And he told Puff, he said, yo, Puff, yo, I heard about that Gene right there. That Gene got a main left. Oh, you say that Gene out there. He gonna come up to me and say, man, you look like, man, you a turn actor. And I said to himself, I said, yo, no Diddy. Pause. Whatever. I said, he don't even remember. I was about to knock him the F out. He didn't even remember.
Damn.
He said,
I gotta run that back. I gotta see who said that.
Remember none of it. I don't expect him to remember.
Hold on.
Ashley Kushner, Puff and them, we was all at the Nets game together, and he didn't even remember none of it. I don't expect him to remember, but I remember. You understand? And he told Puff, he said, yo, Puff, yo, I heard about that Gene right there. That Gene got a big left. Oh, you said that Gene is not gonna out there. He gonna come to me and say, man, you look like, man, you a charming actor. And I said to myself, I said, yo, no Diddy. Pause. Whatever. I said, he don't even remember. I was about to knock him the F out. He didn't even remember. He said to me, to Laura. And that's how these guys are, man. They'll cause situations and cause problems, and then they'll forget what they've done because they're on a whole nother atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that he did. Forget what they've done because they're on a whole nother atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that he did, you gotta understand, you know, like now he'll say that there's kids because he's raising kids of his own. You understand? But how would you like it that is Blue Ivory, 15, 16 years old, 17, 18 years old, dating in his early 30s? You're not gonna go for that. No matter what she came through in Hollywood. But you gotta understand, guys who was around them, you know, Jay-Z, them ages. We didn't know these cats' age. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't having no beards and nothing like that. They was wearing low cuts. You understand? Clean face. I would have never believed when Jay was coming around the block, scooping up the young girls and stuff like that he was 30 years old.
Insiders are saying Diddy is panicking over this possibility. Because if Jay-Z gets up there on that stand, even if he doesn't directly implicate Diddy in any crimes, just confirming certain conversations or habits could open a floodgate of consequences. Diddy's inner circle is crumbling. People who once worked for him, dated him, or partied with him are now flipping. Cassie is reportedly ready to testify using her real name. No hiding behind anonymity. That alone could be powerful. His former lawyers are out. One of them jumped ship. Now he's being represented by Mark Jericho, a guy who's known for handling high-profile cases. But even he may have a tough time here. And then there's the raids. Back in March, federal agents from Homeland Security raided both Diddy's homes in LA and Miami. And they weren't just taking notes. They were confiscating hard drives, phones, surveillance footage, and who knows what else.
But what we do know is that 2 properties associated with him, we saw the feds descend on those properties. We saw in aerial footage, federal agents both here in the Los Angeles area as well as in Miami at those residences. Now, the Department of Homeland Security, their what's called HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, gave CNN a statement. I'll read you part of that when asked about what this activity is. They say that earlier today, HSI New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. That is it, confirming that they are conducting what they're deeming law enforcement action, which could indicate search warrants being conducted there, could indicate arrests being conducted. We just don't know at this hour specifically what that law enforcement action is. It is worth pointing out, though, that Combs himself obviously has faced significant legal woes in recent months. I'll give you just the highlights of what actually occurred in November. He was sued for abuse by a former partner. That lawsuit was then settled very quickly. But in December, he faced in a complaint filed in the Southern District of New York. The suit was brought by a woman referred to as Jane Doe, who said that she was 17 at the time when these allegations took place. And back in 2003, he was accused of trafficking and gang with other allegations, also in that suit naming 2 of his associates. Of course, Combs denied any wrongdoing there. And then just last month, a former employee of Combs filed a suit also in the state of New York, accusing him of sexual harassment and, quote, grooming. That former employee stated that he had worked for Combs.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Between 2022 and 2023, among those allegations, this former employee, a male employee, said that Combs did not compensate him for his music production work and forced him to procure and interact with workers, threatened him with serving alcoholic beverages, laced with drugs to guests at parties at Combs' home. And then his son, Justin Combs, was also accused of soliciting property and underage girls at his father's home. Again, the Combs have denied any wrongdoing, but just a series of allegations that we've seen taking place. Final point, Wolf, I'll note is that while we don't know the specific allegations or why the feds are at these residences, it is worth pointing out the agency that is conducting this law enforcement activity. It's not the FBI, it's not the DEA or the ATF. This is HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. For those unfamiliar, this is an agency that has long been the forefront, specifically at human trafficking investigations.
When the feds move like that, it means they're building a case bigger than what we're seeing publicly. This isn't about tabloid rumors anymore. It's about patterns, evidence, and power, and whether the law is finally catching up. People are watching this trial closely. It's not just hip-hop fans, it's survivors, advocates, and the whole entertainment industry, because this could be a turning point. Lawyer Andrew Van Arsdale, who's working with a group of victims, said they've gotten over 27,000 calls about Diddy, and that more than 400 new potential cases are being reviewed. That's staggering. Some celebrities who were once quiet are starting to speak out. Others are pulling away. Diddy's business deals are drying up. His music isn't being played as much. And for someone who built an empire on image and control, this fall from grace is steep.
To the trial, and right now they're asking jurors about these celebrities, you know? But don't tell us that, because we're a headline society with no attention span. So what you're doing is, P. Diddy is a pariah. He's had a long list of, he's allegedly, but some have been proven. Yeah. So he's proven himself a pretty bad dude. Don't put other people's names that may have a very distant affiliation or a mention in some kind of testimony anywhere near these articles.
I think I can explain that, though. Okay. The reason that you do that in a jury questionnaire is because there may be a super fan in that.
No, the jury questionnaire, I understand. It's the media.
It's a public trial.
Yeah.
It's a public trial. And the one thing about this jury system in this country that I appreciate, because I've studied comparative legal jury systems, is that it is that transparent. It's an open, it's a public trial. There aren't cameras in federal courtrooms. I actually think there should be cameras in federal courtrooms so that people see what people see what the process looks like. But imagine this kind of thing getting no coverage and being completely private and behind the closed doors.
They use those names, the publications use those names as clickbait. So you look at the headline and at the expense of that person, their livelihood, their brand, and their association for someone that doesn't know.
They did say though that they didn't have anything to do
If you
with the.
But that's the point, is I think that I feel very strongly the same way. People need to just take a beat when they see other celebrity names come up.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're a witness, you don't know if they're a victim.
Yeah.
It is very likely, just based on the facts that we have and allegations that have been out there, there may be male victims who come out in this. And we know that men are even less likely than women to sort of report sex because there's still such a stigma attached to it.
Let's say Jay-Z is called to testify. What then? Best case, he distances himself, says he knew nothing, and walks away untouched. Worst case, he gets caught up in perjury if he's not truthful, or he confirms details that strengthen the case against Diddy. Either way, it's risky for Jay-Z, for Beyonce, and for the whole celebrity system that thrives on silence. If he goes on that stand, it might open a door that can't be closed. And for Diddy, this is his
If Jay-Z got to testify, I don't know what's going to happen.
nightmare. Because if Jay speaks, others might
It
too.
might be a nightmare
And
for
the
both of
truth
these
was-
folks. Might be a nightmare, dog.
Sound can't be buried.
And before we move on, this is from the office of Sean Diddy Combs' defense. A statement from his legal team said, this amended lawsuit was the latest in a series of shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. The statement said that the judicial process would show Mr. Combs to be innocent of all the allegations against him.
And the anonymity issue, I mean, this is a thing for Jay-Z, this is also a thing for many of other Tony Busby cases of the 120 alleged victims he's representing. Do you think they're going to be successful in asking for the anonymity to be lifted, Jay-Z's lawyers?
Well, I spoke with a law professor last week about this very issue about Jane Doe's, if they're going to be able to proceed anonymously. Busby has filed, I think he's at 20 cases right now with all Jane or John Doe plaintiffs, and it's kind of a mixed bag. Individual judges are determining if those cases can proceed anonymously. And so far, 2 judges have ruled, nope, you can't. Other judges have said, sure, right, as of right now, until something changes, you can proceed anonymously. So it is kind of 50-50 chance on what these judges will decide. In the Jay-Z case with this 13-year-old accuser.
So that's where things stand. Diddy's trial is officially underway. Jay-Z might be dragged in as a key witness, and the world is watching, not just for the verdict, but for who steps forward and who stays silent.
Hip-hop mogul Jay-Z is angrily denying allegation against him, a lawsuit.
Oh, this is a melee. SOS, help me. Help me, SOS.
Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs, 13-year-old girl in 2000. In a statement, Jay-Z called the allegation idiotic, suggesting it was part of an extortion attempt, and filed for the lawsuit's dismissal. Combs has also denied the allegation. He is currently behind bars awaiting trial on trafficking charges.
What do y'all think? Should Jay-Z testify? Do you think he knows more than he's letting on? And if he does speak, will it finally crack the wall of silence in Hollywood? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, fam, keep it real.
I came in a Karma Cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Basically, I gotta hit the store right quick, so I'm gonna fall back like a small bat, but I will be back like an asthma attack. Y'all hit me up, man. I'm definitely coming right back. So shit. Peace.